Once, there was a wealthy man in a small village who had everything one could wish for. However, despite his riches, he was constantly haunted by a paralyzing fear of death. His thoughts were consumed with the idea of his own mortality, and he grew more anxious and mentally weak with each passing day. Desperate for a solution, the rich man heard of a divine sage in the village who was said to have the power to help him overcome his fears. He immediately set out to find the sage and begged for his assistance. The sage listened intently to the rich man's fears and concerns, and after a few moments of thought, he gave him an interesting task. He handed the rich man a single seed and instructed him to create a garden that would be the envy of the entire village, using only that seed. The rich man was baffled by the task, but he took the seed and set out to work on his garden. He dug the soil, planted the seed, and watered it every day, waiting for something to sprout. Weeks went by with no progress, and the rich man began to lose hope. But one day, a small sprout finally emerged from the soil. Over time, it grew into a magnificent tree, and the rich man was thrilled at the sight of it. However, the sage was not yet done with his lesson. He instructed the rich man to cut down the tree and make a magnificent piece of furniture out of it, using only one tool that the sage would provide. The rich man was heartbroken at the thought of cutting down his beloved tree, but he followed the sage's instructions anyway. After weeks of labor, the rich man had crafted a stunning piece of furniture, which he proudly displayed in his home. But the sage was not yet finished with his lesson. He sat the rich man down and asked him, "What did you learn from this task?" The rich man thought for a moment and replied that from one small seed something great can grow. But even the greatest things come to an end. The sage smiled and nodded. Indeed. And just as this tree has come to an end, so too will your time on this earth. But it's up to you to make the most of the time you have and create something beautiful with it. With this newfound understanding, the rich man's fear of death dissipated, and he spent the rest of his days living life to the fullest and creating beauty in everything he did. This story highlights the importance of not letting our fears consume us and not wasting our precious time thinking about death. It encourages us to make the most of our time by creating something beautiful and living life with purpose and passion.
Thank you for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to our channel for more such videos.